Hey guys, welcome back again to another episode of Lady Enchantress Garden and Travel. This is Seth. Today I'm gonna give you 5 tips of where you can get free plant or free seed, whatever that you prefer. So are you ready? This is a little bit exciting. I was actually filming in midweek about the dragon fruit, but I think we're at this situation, this would be more substantial and more value to you to know these items, because for me it was kind of fun lately, and I like the idea that it also bring me closer in this situation to some other people who are into gardening. By the way, I'm here in the pool area because there were a lot of people shouting in my in my neighborhood right there, or in my building, and there were a lot of dogs. So I think here it's kind of nobody. So, by the way, first is that it is your kitchen. You heard it right. Your kitchen is your number one source of plants. Like most of the stuff that I grow, especially on the earlier days of urban gardening, I just got the seeds and the stem of the spinach because that's what I usually use in a day-to-day life, right? Like cooking using chili pepper, like a kind of pepper that is popular here. It's called chili atsa. I'm gonna show you a picture. Almost everything that I cook, I use this particular chili, from mungo soup to vegetable curry, chicken curry. I feel that in every dish that I cook with this particular pepper, it's just like more flavorful 10 times, and it makes it more delicious than without this ingredient. Second would be your community for bartering, or I think in some other areas they call it swapping, like plant swap. They are online if ever you wanted to search in your area. So there in the plant swap, I met, not in the plant swap, but in the barter community, I met a lot of gardeners who are as well trying to nurture their garden and want to have this kind of plant. So if they don't have that and you have that, and you can exchange, or does not necessarily need to be plant to plant. So maybe you have some extra beer and you want to have some cut flowers, that is possible. The trick is that you have to know where these people are. So usually they are on in the country. It's usually they are on Gardeners Tambayan, urban organic container gardening, and maybe in your local area you have something like that. I have seen also some posts about Monstera deliciosa for non-gardeners right there. Monstera deliciosa is like the it plant. Right now, almost all indoor hobby gardeners, they have this plant, and I'm pretty sure you have seen it in not just maybe in your area, but maybe in some movies, because this is really uh, uh, popular or famous plant to grow. So this is actually also the chance, like for me, I met a lot of people online just recently because of this crisis, and a lot of people are drawn to it because it is something that you can um, do at home, right? Gardening is something you can do at home, and within weeks and months, then you can even harvest something if ever the purpose of your gardening is for consumption. So that is also really cool to have, like you met also these people, or you are engaging even digitally, engaging these people who are in the same boat as you are. We bring it back to the third one. So the third is like you tell your friends in the universe that you are into gardening and you like growing stuff. I've received a lot of gifts, not just on birthdays and on Christmas, because it's been a long time I'm to it. I think at 7 years old, I was already planting and doing garden while the rest of my friends are playing outside. And like for example, my dragon fruit was a gift from an office mate. I can still remember, like my boss was asking if like who bring a cactus in this office, and it was like it's not me, but it's mine because like this person gave me this one. Or if ever they are giving you something for housewarming, so they know what to give, they would not give you candles or incense. But I like candles and incense. They could also give you plants, and in that sense you can really enjoy what you get. And if you don't like it, then you can also have it as a barter. Like, I don't like this particular kind of plant, like not everything that grows resonates in us, so you can also barter that one. So win-win situation. Okay, number four. So number four tip for you to get a free plant free seed. This is like a kind of secret. It's not really a secret because everybody's doing it, I think. And I just recently also received a package about this one. So if you are buying plants or seeds, a little research would go in a long way. There are gardeners or there are vendors who give out free plants or free seeds. I ordered like sometime, I think January, a set of cactus, kind of succulent, and I received two freebie plants, which is bacularis and anaptemnia. So these two, I really do appreciate that I have this as an extra plant. I sold the other bacularis because it is placed in a container where it really thrive, and I said I have two bacularis, so I kind of bartered it to something else. So I got a vermicompost, which I use right now as I am focusing on growing my leafy greens currently. So you see, it was given to me for free, and then I nurture it, it becomes a big plant, and I was able to barter it into or swap it into something that I really urgently need right now, which is really, really nice. And I think the person that I transact was also very happy, since I also gave this information about what I do, and you exchange knowledge, and it is also fruitful and valuable for them. The fifth one would be what we call a pasalubong. So there is no translation with pasalubong. It's like when your friend goes to another country, another place, and give you some tokens, right? Like usually keychain or refrigerator magnet. But instead of that, they can give you seed packs. It's not illegal to transport a seed pack unless you're bringing in like a Thailand orchids, and you need bunch of papers for that. And sometimes it is not even allowed because of some regulations with your local environmental bureaus. But seeds you can grow. So I can show you a picture here. This is a seed of a friend who gave me something from Vietnamese, although I don't understand a thing, but I'm pretty sure this is something that I can grow here. And I have some Mr. Father Hills seeds that is coming from or was given to me by my friends from the UK. And I have also grown some burpee seeds, although they are good quality seeds. Germination is good, and it's for free basically because this is just given to you as a kind of pasalubong or a gift from a friend who is traveling. It is not, just to give you a heads up, it is not ready for our local pest. So as much as we want them to thrive and grow, like the cherry tomatoes that I've grown of Mr. Father Grills was really good. Like it really give me quality tomatoes, and it was just lucky that it was not infested. But once it is infested of aphids and all that kind of stuff, this is difficult to deal on compared to the local tomatoes, which is if they have like white flies, they are not really I would say easily or very vulnerable, or they can fight, like their system can fight back if ever they wanted to get it out of their system. I tell you, even if you live in a high-rise building, pests will always be there. So if you're growing organically, that's more of a struggle, but if you are treating them with chemicals, then I think that's up to you, and I think that really also works. So I do not highly encourage people to snip in your nursery or go to the mountains and forage plants, which might really destroy the ecosystem which is existingly there. So in your nurseries, or if you know the people around that is propagating it at home, it is more sustainable than that way than to go in the forest. And especially those rare plants, or how do you call that one, the extinct, is also extinct. So know your flora and fauna in your area, and do not support, even if it's not you, but maybe somebody else is doing that and you're supporting it. So please do not support anything that really destroys the environment, and do not take off plants in your driveway. Maybe your community gardener is taking that, but if you are in a highly guarded place. Let's just say in Rockwell, okay? Like if you've been to Rockwell, there are a lot of nice plants right there, and you might just be before the pandemic. You might not be, Rockwell is by the way a place in Manila, and you might not be thinking, but as a gardener by heart, you would already, oh, there's a giant photos, oh, there's a philodendron cilium, oh, there's a sampaguita right here, and a lot of nice plants right there. By the way, at my back, I have shown that also last time. Those are rapis palm. Rapis palm. It has a very nice, aside from the green, it has a very nice body that has kind of brown net. So this is also a very good part of a certain landscape, and very tolerable or very forgiving to chlorine water, or to not, plants like gardenia are so particular with water. So anyway, I hope you learned something today, and I hope that if ever you have some things that you wanted to share to some other newbie gardeners, you would also share that. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.